Paris, July 27, 1794. The revolution had reached its boiling point. The man who once embodied its ideals, liberty, virtue, justice, was about to be cast out by the very forces he unleashed. This is the story of how Maximilien Robespierre, once the incorruptible voice of the people, was silenced, not by a sword, but by fear, silence, and a vote. Maximilien Robespierre began as a soft-spoken lawyer from Arras. He was no aristocrat. He believed in Rousseau, in equality, in the general will. When the Bastille fell in 1789, he joined the revolution with unwavering idealism. Soon, he rose in the National Assembly, arguing not for violence, but for virtue. To the people, he became the incorruptible. But the revolution darkened. France was at war abroad, and in chaos within. Royalists plotted. Counter-revolution brewed. Robespierre believed terror was the only answer. He joined the Committee of Public Safety, and the guillotine became a daily ritual. He created the Revolutionary Tribunal, and executed over 16,000 people in 1 year. Danton, Ebert, and others who once stood beside him, all fell. He said terror is nothing but prompt, severe, inflexible justice. But justice, without limits, becomes a weapon. Robespierre was no king, but he began to act like one. He introduced the cult of the supreme being, a new civic religion, with festivals he personally orchestrated. In one bizarre parade, he appeared in a sky-blue coat, ascending a man-made mountain like a prophet. Even allies whispered he believes he's France's messiah. Opponents feared him, friends grew silent, and Robespierre began to speak, only to himself. On the morning of July 26, Robespierre stood tall. He gave a powerful speech, warning of conspirators among them, but refused to name names. The room froze. Was I the traitor? Was he pointing at me? On the night of July 27, everything changed. The National Convention turned on him. He was shouted down, declared an outlaw, and arrested. In a single day, the revolution had rejected its most devoted voice. Robespierre was wounded, his jaw shattered in the chaos. He never spoke again. On July 28, he was executed by the same guillotine he once praised. The reign of terror ended, but the damage lingered. France had executed thousands, and trust was shattered. Robespierre, who once defended liberty, had become the symbol of tyranny cloaked in virtue. His fall wasn't just political, it was philosophical. What happens when virtue becomes dogma? When idealism forgets humanity? The revolution gave birth to hope. And a warning. Robespierre believed in virtue, but he forgot the danger of purity enforced by fear. On July 27, 1794, the people who once cheered his ideals stood up, not to defend him, but to stop him.